Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's makeup tutorial is going to be this sparkly gold smoky eye look. So to get started, as always, I'm going to be taking my soft ochre paint pot from MAC and be applying this all over my eyes with my Zoeva 142 brush, and this is just going to spread the product nice and evenly all over the lid to make sure it's nice and even and it covers up all of our natural pigmentation on our lids. For the eyeshadow today, I'm going to be taking the Makeup Geek Vegas Lights palette, and I'm going to be taking this matte brown with a little bit of a yellow undertone shade, and I'm going to be applying this as our first crease color, and we're just going to be blending this into the crease with a blending brush, making sure that it blends really perfectly. If you feel like it's not blending out, just go in with a lighter brown and just use it to kind of blend out that shade, but I just used it alone, and just make sure that it's nice and pigmented, so go over it as many times as you need to make this color really stand out. And then from that same palette, I'm going to take the color Bada Bing, and that's basically this really dark brown. It kind of almost looks like a blackish brown, and I'm going to be applying this into the crease. I don't really mind if it gets onto my lid, so you don't really need to be too neat about this, but I don't want it to go too high up, so I'm going to be using that blending brush that we used to apply the first shade, just to make sure that everything is blending really nicely. And yeah, like I said, don't worry if it gets onto the lid, because we are going to be covering that up with some eyeshadow and glitter. So just make sure to blend that as well as you can, going back and forth as many times as possible. Next, I'm going to be taking this NYX Pearl Mania pigment in this brown shade, and I'm just going to be applying this as a base for the glitter that we're going to be applying. This is just going to give that gold glitter a little bit of a bronzy effect. Otherwise, I find that the gold glitter looks too pale on its own. And then I'm also just going to be taking some makeup remover onto a Q-tip and just use it to create a nice sharp point on the corner of my eye. And then I'm taking the MAC Reflex Gold Glitter and wetting my brush with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, just so that it's something for the glitter to adhere to, and I'm just going to be patting it onto the eye, and then once it's pat, I'm just going to be sort of spreading it over so it's a nice even coverage all over the lid. And I'm also just going on top of that with a blending brush just to make sure I get all of the sort of leftover glitter particles taken off. Then I'm just applying some mascara and my false lashes. Today I decided to go for some really thick false lashes, and these are a mixture of two eyeliner lashes, and I will put the names of them down in the bottom bar along with the rest of the products as I always do. So I'm just applying my lashes, and to make sure that my lashes blend in with the rest of my eye, I'm making sure to apply some eyeliner if necessary. I like to apply eyeliner on the inner corner of my eye just to make the lashes look a little bit more natural, so it just kind of makes the lash look like it kind of blends into your eye a little bit better. Next, I'm going to get started with my face, and I'm using the MAC Natural Radiance Primer, and I'm just going to be applying this all over my face to hydrate and prep it before we apply foundation. And then for my foundation, I'm going to be taking the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. I love this foundation. It's absolutely perfect for a full coverage, and it just covers everything, and it's just so good when you want to look absolutely flawless. So I'm just applying this with a damp Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge, and I'm just making sure to blend that in as evenly as I can onto my skin, just so that I can cover up all of my redness and all of the areas that I need to cover up. To highlight, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, and I'm going to be applying this under my eyes, onto my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and also onto my chin. And then I'm also going to be blending that in with the same sponge to make it look nice and seamless, and it looks nice and blended with no harsh lines. To get into all the little areas, as always, I'm using my Sigma 3D HD Precision Brush. This is my holy grail concealer brush. I just love it. It's the most perfect shape in the entire world. I love it. And then to set the areas where I applied that concealer, I'm just going to be using the Soap & Glory Instant Retouch Powder, and I'm just applying it again with the same sponge, just to bounce that on top of the foundation, and this will just give it a really nice matte finish. This powder is translucent and it just gives a really nice soft matte finish to the skin, and it really sets things really well, so I do really love this powder. And then to bronze up my skin, I'm going to be using the Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Golden. This is becoming one of my favourite bronzers just because it's the perfect shade for olive skin. It's not too orange, but it's also not too brown. It gives you just enough warmth whilst it's not looking too orange at the same time, which is perfect. So I just apply that all onto the outer perimeter of my skin, and then I'm going to be moving on to my eyebrows, and for this I'm going to be using the Brow Archery pencil from Soap & Glory. I've absolutely been loving this pencil. It's really, really good. I like that it has a spoolie on the other side of the pencil, just like the Anastasia one. It's a little bit harder in consistency. It's not as waxy as the Anastasia, but it is really good, and especially because you can find it at the drugstore, it's amazing. Definitely the best drugstore brow pencil on the market. And I'm also just going to be highlighting under my brows just to give it a little bit extra definition and to also highlight my brow bone also. Then to finish off the eyes, I'm going to be taking a black kohl pencil. I'm just going to be running that through my waterline and also be applying it underneath my lash line for some extra smokiness. When we apply this underneath the lash line, we are going to be smoking it out with some eyeshadow, so you don't need to be too neat, which is really great. And then I'm taking a really flat definer brush. This one is from MAC, and I'm just going to be using that to really blend into the lash line and to make the bottom lash line look nice and smoky. And then to finish off, just going to be applying some mascara to my bottom lashes. Then to finish off the skin, I'm going to be highlighting my cheekbones with my Becca Opal highlighter, and then for the lips, I decided to go for a completely matte lip. I was going to go for more of a glossy one, but when I applied this lip liner all over the lips, I just thought it was the most perfect colour, so I decided to leave it at that. And this is just a Kiko retractable lip liner, and it's just the most perfect peachy colour alone. I didn't apply any lipstick on top of this, and it is definitely a gorgeous colour. I've been wearing this a lot recently, so that is what I ended up doing for the lips. That is the end of this look, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. Don't forget to like this video if you did, and comment down below any other videos you would love to see from me. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I put new videos up 3 times a week. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook and Snapchat, and they are all Makeup by Leyla. And yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to check the description box as well for all the products that I used today, as well as discount codes and other cool stuff too. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will talk to you later. Bye guys!